air traffic control. So it was pretty remarkable that an aircraft could disappear.
So were you thinking that surely we'll be able to find this plane, given there are so many modes of communication?
Oh, I'm confident we'll find the aircraft. I'm absolutely 100% confident we'll find the aircraft. It might take 100 years. It might be like...
It might take 100 years. My ass. What's up, you guys? How you doing? It's your girl, Cece. And today we're going to talk about Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. It was interesting because I've done a 3-part series, if you want to call it that, a video. I have 3 parts to this. And because I only get 15 minutes to record, so I had to do a 3-part. But I'm debating whether I want to put that up or not, because I have to be sensitive to the families and a lot of stuff that came out in my cards. Oh, let me say this. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only, right? A lot of things that came out in my reading that I did really shook me to my core. And I was just like sitting there about to upload. And I said, oh, wait a minute now. Because, baby, the way I was saying it, like it was factual. So, of course, that's why I gave my disclaimer. I still have to be sensitive, because it's like if people knew the truth, it makes me want to sing that song. I don't think they know the truth. Say it ain't so. I don't think they know. How would they know? I don't think they know. People have no idea. And before I did that reading, before I started yesterday, I heard fact is stranger than fiction. Like if people really knew what happened, why it happened, who gave the orders, this is very, very, oh gosh, this is very wicked. This is very wicked. Because come on now, 239 people. When I was watching that clip yesterday of the young man talking about his mother, he said that 239 people go missing. I don't want people to ever forget about this flight. I don't want people to ever forget about Malaysian Airlines Flight 370's disappearance. How can you not locate at least one of the people? One, just one. Not even the pilot. Not even not even one person. Um, I'm still I'm debating what I want to exactly touch on. The first thing I'll point out to you, in my reading, I got I got 2 Ace of Swords in my reading. So definitely some truth is it's like they're telling the truth, but they're not telling the truth. But in those cards, I also got one that was, I could tell, even though they're playing cards, I could tell one was upside down and one was right side up. And it was giving me the energy, because what came out with the next card that came out on that was a 2 of Swords, as above, so below. And in my mind, when I really think about it, how is it possible? Like, all these people that were on that flight, it was a collective conscious that got on that plane. The collective consciousness that got on that plane, they all booked that flight. Maybe not on the same day, maybe on different days, those people booked their flights for that particular plane. So I'm looking at consciousness and all this energy that's caught up in. And when that came out in my reading, that as above, so below, I'm thinking, let me go look at the planetary alignments for that day. And I kid you not, I looked and I saw, I was like, wait a minute, we talking about this, we talking about Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces being in a trine to one another. The way it looked, I mean, I want to pull it up right now, but I just don't want. I'll probably do a part because I'm being very careful. I've already recorded 3 parts to it, but I feel like, girl, you were being too harsh with it. You, not that I was being harsh and being disrespectful towards the, the those who have not returned. I'll say that, and their families who may watch, who may come across my video one day. Because see, in my mind, I got to look at everything. Is this a psyop? Is this something that was just done to like mess with our minds? Is this just something that they put those numbers out there, but there was never actually a real MH370? And then I had to tell, well, you can't dismiss everything as a psyop. You can't dismiss everything with conspiracy theories. You got to look deeper. You got to really understand what's going on here and how wicked it really gets. And when I got ready to do my reading, to hear that fact is stranger than fiction, like it literally came through. Fact is stranger than fiction. Like if you only knew what really happened to these people. But I believe it. Everything that came out in my reading, I believe it. And then when I looked at the energies of that day, I was like, okay, this is definitely some high level. This some high level stuff right here. This is some I'll, you know what? If you don't believe me, if you're still here and you don't believe me, let me show you, starting with the date and the numerology, starting with flight 370, right? This is what came to me. Spirit told me to scratch out March. Don't pay attention to March. That's word, right? That's a word. They didn't put it here as numbers. They put March here. I mean, of course they, but it's something about, something just told me take the March out of it, add 370 together, and what do you get? 7 plus 3 is what? 10. 1 plus 0, that's still going to be 1. So 1 in front of the 8, and then you add the 2014, that's 7. That's 187. That's police code for homicide. I really kind of, at that point, I was just like, whoa, whoa. 187 homicide. Was this intentional? Like somebody gave orders. This was a hit. Like this plane was marked with numerology. And there were 227 passengers and 12 crew members. When you break those numbers down, now you get 5. That's communication. And Mercury is the fact, first of all, Mercury, that's communication. So somebody's communicating this. Then you got Mercury again with air. Okay. Mercury is quick and fast. And then you got quick and fast. You got 187, quick and fast homicide, right? And then to top it all off, because I'm looking at the 777 is mockery in the face of God, mocking God. But then I had to say, well, look a little bit closer because I didn't pick this up at first. And then I looked at that 777. I said, Aleister Crowley. If you trying to tell me it wasn't some high level sorcery, some magic going on up in this, and then for that to come out in my reading as above, so below, and then I go and look at astrotheme.com and I put in the date and I can see how there's a trine in the sky, in the heavens, with Mercury, not Mercury, I'm sorry, with Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And then the way that there was a bit of a conundrum, like it was something going on from the higher ups down to the lower areas of it was like these, all these different lines, the way they were, oh my goodness. And although I'm going to use 1 7, oh no, don't do that. Go back. um, I'm going to use 1 7. I guess we're here now. I might as well stay here. 1 7, and then we're going to come over here 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this will be 11, and then we got 7 in front of this 11. So 711 is the chaos code. So who put out? Because see, sometimes as much as we don't want to believe, for those of us who know, we know. We know that death is possible through voodoo, witchcraft. If you don't believe it, if you don't believe it, but it actually gets more sinister than that. I could go deeper, but I really, I have to be careful with my words, man. I have to be careful with my words because in one of the 60-minute episodes, the lady was like, why did he go in that? Because the man, the pilot, went around in a formation maybe 3 times. He did it. He kept going around traveling in that. I feel like he was trying to make the people believe that they were actually on their way somewhere while something kicked in, something that came in the form of their food or their drink or something kicked in. Something kicked in. And he was giving that 6 hours that he took to circle like that. He was giving it time to work so he could take that plane where it needed to go for whoever ordered the hit. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean to say that. Allegedly. And then we get this one right here talking about, I'm certain we'll find the plane. You know why you won't find the plane is either because it's scrapped, like they completely scrapped it, or what they did was they remodeled it and put it back out there under a different airlines, like possibly uh in my, oh God, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I am not going to say that. Maybe sold it to another airline company. I don't know. I don't know. This looks like high level sorcery. There's a part of me that wants to believe that this was done through high level magic. And then there's another part of me that believes that, yes, it was done through that. That energy was there and it helped to usher along whatever the real motives were behind all of this, which I can say, but I don't want to say. Just tell those people the truth. But you can't, can you? Especially when there are individuals who have a lot of money who can silence you. I ain't worried about me being silenced because at the end of the day, it's going to come out. And I pray it does. Oh my God, I pray. I want to say it so bad, y'all. What I think happened to those unfortunate individuals, those poor people. I really want to say it, but it's so, oh God. I want to show y'all a picture of the pilot and I'll let y'all minds, I'll let y'all's minds just think about it, okay? All right, you guys, I'm about to go. Until next, and look at his eyes, y'all.